down, but it hasn't started yet.
How is everybody on this beautiful Thursday morning?
Welcome, welcome.
Yeah, tell us where you're from.
Okay,
We always like to know where you're from and who's joining us.
And happy Free Stitch Friday day.
Oh, I already downloaded mine. And I have to say, girls, ladies and gentlemen, the stitching world, I got up this morning, I was in there in my living room, and I was waiting to download the pattern because I don't get it until you guys get it. I mean, I probably could, but I don't. I just wait. And so I was looking for the email, and at 7 o'clock, I had no email. And I was like, what's going on? And so then I looked in my junk, and there it was.
In your junk?
In my junk.
How dare they put my
Primrose in junk.
My Free Stitch Friday in your junk.
So I had to push it back over into my inbox so I could load it onto my iPad. So I have it loaded. So anyway, we'll introduce ourselves.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
I had to let you guys know. Check your junk and your... Okay. Okay. Are we back? Did we go blank?
We froze for a second.
So let's just put this out here. If this goes awry, we are not the electronic people here. And so we
and I know we said we were gonna have our setup for this week, but with Nashville happening and Emily
gone,
hopefully we have everything. It's just waiting to be set up, but we had to hire somebody to come in and set everything up. So my chat isn't on. Oh, here we go. Okay,
we might be able to.
Sound is going in and out. Oh my word.
Gosh, I'm sorry,
Katie,
you guys.
Can you tell us
what's happening?
What's happening here? You might have to go in and come back
into the live feed because we went blank for a minute and then we came back.
Okay. If you're having a sound issue, get out and come back in and see if that helps.
Yeah. But
wonderful. Okay, we are good now.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
I think I might have jinxed it because I was like, it's just us, and I don't know what to do if something goes wrong.
I am so computer illiterate. It's horrible. I can barely turn one on.
It's going to be okay. It's a good day. We're excited. Yeah.
So we're Primrose Cottage.
And I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Nettie. I'm mom to 4 beautiful daughters.
We're glad you're here. If you're new here, thanks for joining us.
Yes.
Please take a second to subscribe, like the video. Yeah. We appreciate your support. And what we share here is a little bit of cross stitch, a little bit of quilting, some life,
some crazy,
what's new in our shop, and we're excited to share. We have a lot here on the table to share today.
Yeah, I came in and I was like, holy cannoli, we got a lot. So yes, Free Stitch Friday came out.
I am like blind today. Okay, I think that's better. I can read that. Okay. Good morning from South Dakota. How cold is it in South Dakota?
Yeah, I bet that's a little cold. We've gone back to chilly, to being a little chilly.
Yes.
And we have had a little bit of rain, and this morning I got up and when I went into the living room after I got ready for the morning, I could hear the rain just pouring down. It was so awesome.
I had to get up extra early today to my daughter, my oldest daughter. I'm so proud of her. She is going to, she's in high school, but she's doing the college program in high school, and one of her classes is a science class where they have to do like a year-long experiment, and she got picked to go to regionals. And so she's doing her science project at regionals, and I had to get up super early to take her to catch the bus because it's in a different place. And so
oh my gosh, that's awesome.
It was raining so hard, and she was like gonna wear sandals, and I'm like, Hannah, it's raining and you're going somewhere where it might be snowing.
Yeah. 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 You might want to dress appropriately.
So I was just so proud of her.
Oh, I
she
can't
just
wait. Oh my gosh. That's awesome.
She's like a mini me in the fact that she loves academics.
Mhm.
Like I was very much like that. I wanted to succeed academically, and she's going to graduate with her associate's degree when she graduates high school.
Oh my gosh, that is so amazing.
And last night I was kind of talking with her, and I was like, Hannah, like, what are your plans once you graduate high school?
Because she'll have another year, right, after this one?
Yes, she has one more year. And then she informed me, like, she knows what she wants to do in life. And I think that is amazing, because I feel like
she is so mature.
A lot of kids don't really know
Mhm.
what they want to do. And she wants to be a history teacher. And she was telling me, and this was new information, she doesn't just want her bachelor's degree. She wants to get a doctorate degree. And I was like,
because
you
when you get
go,
that,
girl.
you can teach at college level.
Yes, and I think that's what she loves, history. She has from a very small age.
I think it has to do too with a lot of really good teachers that she has had in the past that has made history come to life for her. So kudos to the teachers that can do that and that are dedicated.
Yeah,
dedicated.
So I think it's awesome. And if you're still having sound issues, go back and come back in. I think it will be fixed. We had a little glitch. So anyway, so that's exciting. I'm really proud of her and what she's accomplished, and I'm like proud mom moment.
Oh my gosh, that is just awesome. That is just amazing.
So awesome. So let's get into it.
What do we
Today
have
was Free Stitch Friday, and if you're new here, Free Stitch Friday is a program we do. It's a way we kind of give back to the community. Once a month, we release a free pattern in our newsletter.
Do we get to see it? Do we get to show it?
Yeah, I have it right here.
Oh, I didn't know we had it. I didn't see it.
I have it right here. And it's something we love doing. We had the program for our quilters for many, many years. And we got so many requests. Will you do this for the cross stitchers? And so this last October, we started the program, and it has been so successful. And I love that we can give back in this way. So the pattern today was called Happy St. Patrick's Day. I know it's super, I'm awesome with my titles. But here it is.
Oh my gosh, look how pretty that is.
It's so cute, you guys. And I have to show you the back because this is in the finishing kit. We did this super cute St. Patrick's Day fabric in the finishing kit, which we have available. And it's this green shamrock, and then you have the cream with the green shamrocks.
So cute, guys.
It's like a whole vibe going on, and I love it. So I want to kind of talk about the stitch because I actually started stitching this. This is my only work in progress that I have to show you guys today. And as I was stitching, my model stitcher, Michelle, who did this, I was like, my shamrock does not look like your shamrock. And you can see it's diagonal because the floss is really nicely variegated. You get an interesting look. And I was talking to her this morning. If you're here, hi, Michelle. She stitched in a diagonal. Like, can you see that?
Oh my gosh.
So
look at that.
It gives it a different look. I will show you what mine looks like, which hers is cooler.
Okay,
I'm not going to lie.
Let me do up close because maybe you're not.
Okay.
So look at that.
Yeah. So she did inform me she stitched on a diagonal. Now, have I ever thought to do that?
No.
No, I haven't. So thank you, Michelle.
Oh my gosh, that is so awesome. Oh my gosh. Now I have something that I want to stitch, and I am going to try that because I'm going to use some fancy floss.
And I have to show you, we restocked. We were waiting for the second shipment of floss to come in so we could restock the kits. And we were able to restock, and so we have kits again. So
Yay.
if you need to get on it, because I'm going to show you what we put in as the extra goodie.
Oh my gosh.
And
I so love this.
Once these are gone, they're gone.
And you guys, I can't wait to get mine. I had to wait because we were sold out. I am going to wear it as a pin
Yes. So
for St. Patty's Day. I'm going to put it on my top.
here is the needle minder that we put in there. And
is that just adorable? You guys go
It's
run and get what's left, because
If
when
you-
they're gone, they're gone.
if you collect needle minders, you need this pot of gold. It will bring you luck. I put a fun little quote on the back.
Oh.
It says, "May good luck be with you wherever you go."
Oh
So,
my God.
like Mom said, you can wear it as a
Yeah.
as a pin if
Because
you want.
you know, some people don't have a green top or a green shirt. I mean,
Yeah.
I do.
I totally will wear this for St.
Oh, I can't wait.
Patty's Day.
I can't wait. I'm supposed to pick mine up today.
Okay, and then the finishing kit, and I kind of like talked about this, but this is the finishing kit. You get the 2 fabrics here, and I'll let Mom show. You get the 2 fabrics.
Look at that.
And the rickrack and the wool for the back.
Yeah.
Susan, please reach out to Lindsay A and message her, and we'll get you taken care of. So please do that. Yeah. What else do I need to say about it? Do you guys have any questions about Free Stitch Friday? And anything that I missed here? I'm going to go through the comments. Yeah, you guys are just as thrilled about the diagonal stitching.
That
I
is
will
so
say-
cute. I really like that idea.
I will say, when I noticed mine, and I'll show mine later. I don't have much to show, but I'll show mine later. You can stitch it horizontally. You can stitch it vertically. But if I were you, I'm not restitching mine because I got 2 of those petals in, and that was a lot of stitching for me. Do it diagonally and see how you like it.
Well, you know, I didn't bring my, you know, my big bunny that's like Somebody Loves You or whatever. I didn't bring it because I have filled everything in except for his body, because I want to pick. I used all the called for DMC, but he's so big, I want to use a fancy floss that has a really good variegation. Now, wouldn't that be cute?
I wonder
to
if
do
instead you did diagonal, if you went around
a circle,
in
like
a
in a
circle to make
because
it look
it's like, do I go back and forth, up and down, because I mean, I didn't bring him, but I want to start him, and I want to pick out some fancy floss to make him have a good variegation.
Yes, I think that will be fantastic.
So
Claire did say, I've heard you can stitch pumpkins in a circle pattern to make them more interesting too. I love that idea. I think it just adds more dimension to your project.
You know, I guess I was just think either go back and forth or up and down. You know,
I'm the same way.
I
I'm
don't
like,
think about the. I got to think outside the box.
yeah,
So
yes.
that is awesome. I love learning new things from you guys. I mean, I think that's one thing I love going to the retreats for too, is
Yes.
because one of the things that they did at the Spring Fling in Florida that I thought was really fun is they went, they did a turn at each table, and Jeanette Douglas, I think it was her that prompted this, is she went to each table and asked anybody who would like to share a tip or a trick. And I just thought it was so fun because we learned.
There's always something
always
you
so
can
much
learn.
Fun, because a lot of people don't know everything. I don't know
No,
everything.
and that's another thing. I also love that about retreats. I learn something new every time. I had a lady show me how to do a pin stitch. Do I remember it? No. But I also had a lady show me how to use a needle threader, and I do use that.
I love. Yeah, I do too.
Yes.
So anytime you guys have tricks and tips and stuff like that,
it's
so
fun,
fun
because
to learn those things.
I would have never. And I remember when I took the picture of the project, I'm like, wow, the floss lined up so nicely in that diagonal pattern. Like, it didn't even occur to me that she stitched it diagonally. Okay.
That is
And
awesome.
so I think it's awesome. So the needle minder comes with the kit, this kit here. This is your kit. You pick which cloth you want, and I believe, Katie can tell me if I'm wrong, we still have each cloth available and the floss pack, and this is the needle minder.
And I actually, instead of picking like one of the smaller cloths, I actually picked the Ada.
And
I want to stitch it on the Ada because I don't stitch on Ada very often anymore.
Yeah.
And I just thought that would be fun to stitch. And then that way when we open the shop, maybe I'll share it in the shop so people can see what the difference is.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, you know, you see these finishes that are on these really small counts that are like on linen, and it's so beautiful and everything, but it can also be just as beautiful and stunning
on the
Ada. And because I know in time, as my eyes probably get bad or things happen,
well, you want to enjoy what you're
Yeah.
stitching, and so I
Yeah.
say, and we say this all the time, stitch on what you like. The model was
Yep.
stitched on the linen, and it looks fabulous.
Oh, absolutely.
I am stitching mine on a Lugana, and I will show you.
Yeah. But you do what you do,
Yes.
what makes you feel good, and so I'm hoping Lindsay A, if you're watching, make sure I get my kit because they sold out.
Yes, this is your kit here.
Oh,
this
okay.
is Mom's kit.
Oh, very good. Then I'll have to finish it because I got it, and I know I can go really fast on Ada, so
Yes.
that will be good.
Yes.
But anyway.
Okay, some other fun things. I have a whole basket here. I had Lindsay A collect everything because Emily's gone, and we miss her.
Oh,
So
it's always weird to
it's always weird when she's not here.
Well, like especially like if Lindsay's gone and it's me and Emmy or what, because most of the time it's the three of us.
Yeah.
But I love when all the girls are here, and I love when we all, you know, even if this is just the three, but I do
Yes.
love. And I noticed a couple of comments when somebody had commented, I love when there's just one of the girls and Mom. They say we seem to do things differently.
Yeah.
And I like going, we do, but it's fun. We love it.
Okay, so we want to talk about hoops. We are bringing in different hoop options for you guys, because we know that not everyone loves to stitch in one particular like hoop, and we all stitch differently, so we can talk about what we like to stitch in, and then I'm going to talk about what we just added to the shop for you guys to try. Mom, how do you like to stitch?
I am a free hand stitcher. The only time I use a hoop, and I'll use a little spring hoop, is if I do have a couple of pieces that I had started a year ago on some linen. And so in stitching the linen, I use a hoop. It just is very slow and awkward for me. And so I know they're projects that are going to be a long project.
Your 5-year project.
Yes. And so, I mean, even when I was a little girl, I did not like hoops. When my mom taught me how to embroidery, I rather embroidery in hand. And that can be tough because if you get too much tension, then you get a lot of buckling.
Yeah.
And so, but
I know that in-hand stitching tends to go a lot faster. I have tried in-hand stitching. I prefer the hoop, but again, you do what you like and what's comfortable.
And I'm sorry, the one reason why I do the in-hand stitching is I'm a sew method. I don't go in and then out and in and then out. I do the sew method, and I know you ladies, I know there's some out there because I've had so many sweet women.
A lot of people say they stitch in hand.
Yes, and I know that there is a lot of ladies that will hoop but also do the sew method, that there are some needles out there that won't bend as much, you know, or whatever. I've tried it, believe me, I've tried it. It's just not it. One reason, it hurts my hand to hold a hoop for too long.
Yeah.
And everything, and so it's just easier for me to do in hand.
Okay, so excitingness. Emily, and she's not here to talk about it, but this is the only thing she stitches in, and it is
and
the
I think
Nerge.
Katie, does Katie?
No, she stitches in spring tension.
Okay.
So we have all these awesome colors and sizes.
Look at this.
And I also know my friend Christine, she sent me a picture of something she was working on, and she was stitching in the Nerge.
And this is?
And she said she likes stitching in the Nerge because she can see her whole project And she doesn't like hooping over her already stitches, which
makes sense.
I've never thought about that. And so another thing that like was like light bulb.
Sounds like you say the nerd.
The nerd hoop.
The
Here
nerd
it is.
hoop. But that's okay. Aren't we all nerds?
Yes, we are. We're cross-stitching nerds, and I am proud of it.
Oh,
okay?
I'm so proud of it.
So we have these available now, and then this isn't oldie but a goodie. I actually remember these as a kid.
Yep.
Okay.
Because I would use these.
And this is called a Q snap, and I'm sure you guys know what they are. They've been around forever.
So we've got 3 different sizes that
yes,
we're offering.
we have 3 different sizes, and not table running.
Gosh, I haven't seen a small size, but
yes. And for if anyone stitches in a Q snap, let me know.
yeah, raise your hand.
Why you
Prefer
like
a Q
the
snap.
Q snap? I haven't really ever stitched in a Q snap. I actually bought one years and years ago. When I started, I kind of wanted to cross stitch. I think it was like 2015 or something, and I invested in one, and I don't remember if I liked it or not. So okay, so let's look at these. Sarah uses the Nerge hoop backwards like Emily showed.
Oh yeah.
Yes, so Emily puts hers in upside down, so if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Well, we need to do like a video or something.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm stitching in hand right now. I have never had to pull out so many threads and rethread the needle constantly. I guess that I'm learning. Yes.
Yeah. It takes a little bit of time to get because it's like, where do I start my X and where do I end my X? Because some people will do all one way and then go back and do the other way. And I complete my X every time. I've tried to do the one side and then go back, and I feel like I'm leaving, like I'm backtracking, like I'm leaving something unfinished, and my brain just can't get past that.
And a couple of people have said you can like make different sizes of Q snaps by increasing, so you can, there's more versatility with the size, I guess.
I know a lot of quilters that will like quilt small, like little projects, and they do a hand quilting. They'll use a Q snap, because I feel like that they can hold that thicker cloth.
Yes, I think a lot of hand quilters use Q snaps.
I think that's one reason why I bought mine years and years ago, is I was trying to maybe quilt a quilt in hand.
Yes, and I don't know if I already said this, but I stitch in a tension hoop. That's my safe space, I guess. Like, I like it. I'm used to it. So that's what I prefer. So we have all of these options in the store now. So I would love for you guys to tell us what you think. If you try something new, we'd love to hear about it.
Oh, this is interesting.
They say if you do your stitching upside down like Emily, it doesn't absorb the oils from your hands. That's very fascinating.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's interesting.
It's
Didn't
very
think of that.
interesting.
Yeah.
And you wonder back in you know, when they started cross stitching, which I found some interesting facts about cross stitch, historical facts, and I want to share some of them later. But what did they use? You know, like, I haven't thought about that. Like, did they stitch in hand? Did they have a cool contraption? Like, I wonder.
Yeah,
So
I don't know. That's an interesting thought.
And then, yeah. So we just stocked those. We also, I don't know if you guys have seen these going around.
Oh, I've seen
this.
These.
This is the new Country Cottage Needleworks monthly mini villages, and
I love
they
that.
always have great yearly projects, and we have these in stock.
Look at these.
Mom can show those.
Look at, okay, so this one's the leprechaun, or like, I guess March. Look how cute he is. And then this one is February. January, of course, has the snowmen.
Yes.
I thought that was cute. And then I love this one. This one is April, and it has the bunnies.
Yeah,
Oh my
super
gosh.
cute.
Aren't they just adorable? Like, how big are these? They're on 32 count and they're 125 by 45.
So very doable.
Yeah.
Very doable.
Yeah. So tell me, what would you guys do? Would you stitch these, like do like a whole thing and do them all on one cloth, like a whole
Oh, that
monthly
would
thing?
be fun to see.
Or would you do them all separate? Oops, all separate, and you know, and then
that would
like
be
interchange them on a board or something.
That would be
That
really
would be
cool
really
to see
cute.
all of them done on
Done.
one piece.
Yeah, that is awesome. They're
That
really
is
cute.
awesome.
I'm gonna pull this up.
Yes, thank
We-
you. It keeps coming
It
down
keeps
on
coming
us.
down. I'm just gonna set it up here. Oh.
For those of you who are ready to start some spring stitching, we've restocked the spring Quaker, which I have to show you guys. I am sporting purple nails because
yeah.
Hannah asked me, she's like, Mom, you never do purple. And I said, this is my
Wow.
spring color.
What did Ashley do?
She was surprised.
I bet. I bet.
Surprise, surprise.
That's funny. Oh, and you know, and I haven't stitched this one with the birdhouses, but I have seen so many people not only do like get the kit and do the kit, but how they've like maybe
They
done
add
them,
in a simple one other color
to maybe do the birdhouses or the bird, or there's the butterfly. I mean, you guys are all so
creative.
just so creative, and just it's such inspiring. I just love it. I love when everybody puts their ideas
Yes.
out there, because it just
And this is kind of
inspires
fun. We
everybody.
released this at Nashville last year, so it's a whole year ago.
Oh, wow.
And this is, I love all the Quakers. I
Yeah.
really do. But this purple one, I went out of my comfort zone because I know if you've been here a while, you know
She's not a purple girl.
I've had a hard time embracing purple, but I've realized I am embracing purple, and it is such a beautiful color that I've always been like, and I love my, I love it. And we're doing a purple shirt this year, and I'm
know.
like, who am I? Who am I? I don't know.
And she
don't
was
know.
wearing it one day.
I was.
So that was
Okay.
a shocker.
And then another new one. This one's from Little House Needleworks, and
That's really cute. What does it say?
Farmhouse Kitchen.
Open
Really cute.
Look at that.
Up a little bit, Mom. There you go.
Look at that. How cute that is. So fun.
Jana just bought some potato cloth because it's
Oh.
Nettie's favorite.
Oh my gosh, you guys. I am so
They need
in
to
love.
rename that Nettie's
potato.
Nettie.
Potato Nettie.
Nettie's cloth.
Oh my gosh. I have to say, I mean, Country Mocha is one of my favorites, but I just think potato is my all-time favorite. I don't know why. Well, I don't. It's just, I love it.
Yes. Yes. Awesome. Awesome. I am getting older. Yes. I think this is true. I mean, I am getting older, and is purple an old person color? I don't know. I didn't say it.
When we went to church last week, there was this lady in the congregation, a much older lady, and her hair was purple.
Oh, I love
Purple.
it. I'm going to lower this a little.
And I'm just like,
Is that
oh my
better?
gosh, was that on purpose? Was that purple on purpose? Or because when I go get my hair dyed and colored, I was like, and she'll say, what do you want? And I said, as long as it don't turn purple. Because it reminds me of my grandma years and years and years ago, when she'd go have her hair done, and she'd always have that purple, a little bit of a purple tone to it, and would always tease her.
I think it's fantastic
Yeah.
when people can just
Embrace it all.
embrace that and do it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Purple does represent wisdom and royalty, and because I love looking at the meanings of colors. I like to look it up when I do pick colors for Quakers, because it is interesting, and everything is thought through, and colors are no
awesome.
exception. So
Yeah.
awesome. What?
It's not just drawing a pattern up and throwing a color on.
No.
It's a huge process. It's a process.
It is a process, and everything is well thought out, and I've always kind of been that way. Like, I'm very detail oriented in what I do design, and there's always meaning in there for me. So
that's awesome.
I
think you get that from your dad.
Purple is not an older person color. You're just open to change. I love that because that is actually true. I was like, why? And I had to like look at it like, well, why have I never embraced purple? And so it's a fun thing to kind of be open to change. And I think it's important to be open to change because sometimes we don't know why we don't like certain things, and there's usually a deeper meaning.
There you go.
So the bundle we
the...
put in the cross stitching newsletter. This
one?
is so fun.
This is so fun and pretty.
Oh man, what? I believe this is Corey Yoder. Please, Katie, tell me if I'm wrong.
This is so pretty.
This is just happiness.
I've seen this and I'm like going, is this coming home with me? I think this might be coming home with me.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Because the small prints and so bright and summery, just absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. And this is like a periwinkle blue. It's delightful. Callie & Co. by Corey Yoder. Yes.
Oh, and you can't go wrong with a little bit of polka dot. A little bit of polka dot. And oh my gosh, look
I
at
love
these
that.
flowers.
I love this one. It's just so happy.
Flowers.
It's
so cute. I just
delightful.
absolutely love the flowers. Another really fun blue one. These could be made in any like finishing, or if you're a quilter, grab it for a quilting little project or put it in your stash. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it is so pretty. So that's 6 colors, 6 different fabrics.
Yep.
So beautiful. Wow.
It does look like a handful of Easter.
Oh, it does.
Those would be just great for any Easter project. Spring, Easter, and it's on its way, which daylight savings time is Sunday. I'm actually excited because we get a whole hour more of sunlight. It's awesome.
I do like the new change when we do this. So was there another thing in the newsletter? Because everything else is
quilting.
Kind of quilting. So
we can talk about Mom's finishes. She's been a busy bee.
Well, I've been a little busy, but not crazy. And I brought the things that I've kind of worked on that I have found joy in. And I'm not that I don't find joy in all of them, but so
This is Tea House by Lori Holt.
And as you know, I had to start all these over again because I didn't cut my cloth big enough, but this time I did, and I actually started in the middle. So when I start in the middle, that's how far I've got on this one.
Very
and
nice.
This is done on potato, and I'm using all the called for DMC that she has listed. And so
that's gonna be fantastic.
Oh my gosh, I really love the colors that she picked for all these houses. I just think they're just beautiful.
Really cute.
So I have that one. And then
you started 2 of them?
I started 3 of them.
Oh wow.
And I had started them before, and so then I had to restart them because I cut them wrong.
This one is Topiary House, and it features those cute topiaries on the sides.
Look at that. And again, I started in the middle. I mean, I absolutely love stitching on this cloth. It's so fast and easy. And I'm just doing them all on potato. I like the potato for these.
Yeah, I think it.
And so I think
is a good accent.
And the one thing I noticed, because like the windows are all filled in and everything, and I look to see like, oh my, but she uses, I can't remember what color it is. It's not white and it's not ecru. It's I think it's 646. It's just, or no, maybe it's the light cream. Anyway, but it shows up really great. I mean, because the darker colors are around it. And
Yes.
so, and that's what I did. I looked to see where that color was, and I knew that I'd be okay. So,
she is stitching 2 threads over 2.
Yeah.
And so potato is 25 count, and it only comes on 25 count.
Yeah.
And when you do 25 count, I feel like for coverage, 2 over 2 is the best
Yeah.
for that count.
yeah, yes, it is.
That's what I would recommend.
Because I'll show you a project I started. Or, I mean, I've done the 3 threads, and I'm done doing 3 threads on stuff. I'm trying to finish things up that have the 3 threads so I can be done with that.
Yes.
I have to say, this is probably my favorite.
And this is Beehive House.
And so this is how far I've got on the Beehive House. And I love the flower and the beehive. I just love everything about this one. It is so cute. So them are those 3 that I worked on quite a bit. And then, so the other thing I started working on, and I think oops, got some jumpers. And nobody knows.
This is Summer in Quilt by Quilttube. One day we will really know how to say her business name.
So I've been doing all the outline, and I started a little bit of one of the little like leaves and stuff in the one box, and I picked this pink blushy color, and I love so far how it's turning out. And it's on 25 count. And I was gonna grab what it was to see if it's something the girls have in the shop. I think it was a piece that we'd had in our stash for so long. So next time I'll do better, and I'll see if I can get the exact cloth to see if it's something the girls can order, because it's beautiful. It feels really good in my hand to stitch. It's been very, very easy, and so.
So Gidget, we generally, all of our cloth is usually cut as it comes into fat quarters and half yards. So we probably don't have potato on the yard to cut a full yard piece right now.
Actually, and correct me if I'm wrong, because when I came in a couple weeks ago and I needed a bigger piece, I swear there was a 1 yard cut. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
And so I don't know.
Yes.
Katie could probably tell you for sure if that's the case and they've listed it, but.
And we'll definitely put that into consideration. I think a few people have asked for 1 yard cuts of different cloths, and we generally cut the bolts when they come into fat quarters and half yards.
And have it all ready.
But good for you for wanting to do a piece that's that large, that needs a full yard. That is.
Yeah. Yeah. And
that is a commitment.
Yes. Because there's a piece that I wanted to do, and it would have had to be like bigger. And so I'm like going, do I go down in the size count, like the cloth count? Because I thought, and so I've just kind of held off and decided I'm just holding off, deciding if I really want to do that or not.
Yes.
And stuff. So, so one of the things, and I think I forgot to bring these when we did like the whip parade, but I have been working on these darn things since we started cross stitching.
Yes.
And so these are the Lori Holt Prim Stitch series. These are the last 3 that I have to do. And I believe that we do carry these in the shop. I don't know if we have them right now, but I'm sure we probably have some of them. There's 12 to the series. And so I thought I would bring them in and just kind of show you. And this is when I first started, and I did it on just regular white, I think it's 14 count Ada. And so I'm doing them all on this. I have that one. And as you notice in all these, she has put a quilt block star in every one of these. And so I've been telling everybody how I want to like sew these in some kind of a wall hanging or quilt or something. And so I came up with a plan, because as you notice, the star block, that's the quilting one. And I'm just gonna go through and show you. I love her. I absolutely love this one. So, and then I have these 3 that they're completely stitched. I just have to finish the border, and then I'll be ready to sew. So yesterday I was trying to figure out how I wanted to do it, because when I seen that star block in all of these, I made a sample to see how big I needed the star block.
Yes.
And so in doing so, let me show you. I made this, and this was just my scraps. And I have to say, look how cute that is.
That's adorable.
I was like, I need a whole quilt like this. I just thought that was so
That
fun.
is cute.
So in doing that, I folded this up. And so I am going to put this white around here, just to have
Okay.
that fresh start. And then this,
Do you need help or you got it?
I think I might have it.
Okay.
So I don't know.
I can try and hold
Hold it.
part of it up.
So look how
Isn't that
cute.
gonna be so cute?
Now, my question is I was gonna just do like scrappy, some Lori Holt fabric and do them all scrappy. But when I put this on that red, I was like, oh my gosh, look at this. And so what do you guys think? Should I just stick with one color of a Lori Holt and do that? Or should I do scrappy? And then
Oh, that's a big decision.
I know, I'm just like, oh my gosh, but I can't wait. I'm stitching these every night trying
So
to get
how
these
many
done.
more do you have left to do?
It's just the 3.
You have
I
3
have them
left.
all
Okay.
done except for the frame, and then they'll be done. And so I was gonna look at our Lori Holt fabric and see what we had. And I mean, even though she looks adorable on the red, I didn't know if I'd get sick of the red, or if I should
almost
do
think,
like a yellow or like more, I don't know.
So I feel like there's a few different ways you can look at it. I feel like if you go scrappy, it's true Lori Holt fashion,
Mm-hmm.
because everything
is
she
scrappy.
does is scrappy.
Yep.
Scrappy happy.
Yep.
It would be very Lori Holty.
Yep.
If you did one color, I feel like it would showcase your stitching a little bit more, just because
It would pop more.
it would pop more. But I think either way, it's going to look fantastic.
Yeah.
Let's see what everyone else has to say.
Yeah.
Scrappy, scrappy. Use a Lori Holt fabric in a color that best accents the stitching piece. Scrappy, and coordinate each block with a color. Someone wants to know, is there red in each block?
No, there's actually not. Each of them are different. And, you know, and yeah,
I think whatever you decide, it's going to be fantastic.
I think it's going to be just beautiful, and I can't wait. I had done this yesterday, and I texted the girls and showed them,
Yeah.
and I just absolutely loved how I wanted to have one done so I could show you guys, but I'm just struggling on for sure what kind of fabric I want to use. So
If Lori Holt is scrappy happy, how would you describe yourself? I like scrappy happy too.
I do too.
I'm a fan of it.
I'm a very scrappy happy person. I love it.
I like controlled scrappy.
Yes. Yes, I do like controlled scrappy, that it kind of all cones.
Like
Yeah.
it's kind of has a cohesive.
Yes.
But that's one thing that Lori Holt has done well, is she has her color palette, and
yeah.
she designs within her color palette,
Mhm.
which makes her lines intermixable.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
which is great, because you can pull from any line you
Yeah.
wanted, and I feel like it would complement her piece.
And then
So.
somebody asked what these were. They're called Prim Stitch series. And again, they're 12. And so in doing that block, I was like, well, gosh, how big is this going to be? And so the blocks, I think, turned out to be, I think, like 10 by 10. And so when I put them together, then that will be the other thing. Do I put sashing? You know, I'll have to decide. Do I put sashing?
Mhm.
How big do I want this darn thing?
It's gonna be a
And then I'll-
masterpiece.
And then I'll quilt it. I mean, I'll throw it on the long arm and I'll quilt it. And
it needs to be custom quilted.
I know, I thought I
Which we could reach out. We have
We
in
have
our
a friend.
area, Natalie Bonner.
Oh,
She is a custom quilter. I don't know if you guys, I don't know her business name.
because I was thinking Jessica. down in Boulder City.
Oh,
She
okay.
does custom
She
quilting.
does custom quilting as well.
So,
There's a few people in our area that are really good custom
Yeah.
quilters. So I think it needs, because I think you don't want your quilting to go over the cross stitch.
oh, yeah.
But
Well,
I don't know,
might have
maybe.
to reach out and see.
I think we get it custom.
Okay.
And then we hang it in the store.
So I'm really excited. So I'm going to look at fabric today and decide. And honestly, you know, Lori Holt, if you noticed on these cards, I think she's finished these with a lot of background ginghams. And, you know, she is known for all of her different size of gingham
Yes.
fabrics. And
we
we
use
have
her gingham
a
a
lot.
lot.
And so, I mean, I could just use gingham and do the different colors of gingham or whatever. So just a decision I'm going to have to make.
Lots of opinions. You'll have to go back and read all of
Yeah.
the.
Oh, you
all
guys,
of
and
the
I
comments.
do. I can't hardly see this. And
I know
so,
it's really hard. I need like
yeah.
and so
readers
to see the comments.
Tonight,
it's
I
hard.
usually will go back and look at all you guys' comments and everything. So I will look and see what your guys' opinion is on all that.
We expect to see it done next time. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't really. I'm just
that
teasing.
fill in on those borders. I mean, I'm not kidding. I've been doing this. I take it to do school pickup for the grandkids. I've taken it everywhere because
Yes.
the fill in. And the other thing is this is one of the projects when I started, it's 3 threads. And
Yeah.
so it really, my pusher finger, I have to put my leather patch on my
yeah.
finger because when it gets such a tight fill in like that, I've got a callus on my finger where I have my pusher finger.
You're a hard-working cross stitcher.
I got the calluses to prove it too. So, but anyway, so I can't wait to finish it and it will
It's
be
gonna
beautiful.
be exciting.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
excited
yeah.
to see it.
And so what do you have?
So my cute little.
I'm hot. These guys have got 3 heaters in
I
here.
do have.
And I'm just like, usually it's like freezing.
Are you
but-
having a hot flash?
Oh
Okay.
my gosh, it's so hot.
So I started this Happy St. Patrick's Day, and
Cute. Oh yeah, look at here. Let
so
me get
here
up close so
is-
you can see how.
I am stitching horizontally,
So there's her variegation.
and here's the diagonal variegation.
So you have. Can you guys see?
Oh, right there. Oh, no.
Nope. Oh.
There. That's kind of better.
Just wanted you guys to see how it's so. It's. I mean, Lindsay's is really pretty. I think it's
It is
really pretty.
The
But-
floss is beautiful.
But this one is just really unique. You know, I mean, the
Yeah.
floss is just beautiful. I love the variegation in this floss. I
Yes.
think this would be really pretty floss on a Quaker. Like,
yes, because there is
Yeah.
a lot of interest in the variegation.
yeah, I like when you get a really good variegation on the floss.
Yes.
So.
Yep.
Well, very good. That's awesome, Lindsay. I do have 2 little finishes, and they're not really complete. I still need to stitch them shut, and so they're kind of funny looking. So if you guys remember the Not Forgotten Farm, and this is little Valentino, and look at this little guy. So I sewed him, but I haven't stitched him shut. So look at him. How cute
Oh,
he
that's
is.
funny. He's cute.
He is so cute. I just absolutely love him. And he's just teeny. And I think it's just 25 count. Well, he's like lighter, or maybe, I don't know.
Hmm.
I just use my scraps. I just go through my scraps and go, oh, that's the piece. And then I finished her yesterday. Look at her. And what is she called again? Oh,
Maggie
O'Green. Oh, Miss Maggie. I just thought she was just the cutest little girl.
Mhm.
So she's going to look so cute with the little guy.
I actually pulled that to maybe stitch because I think
I thought it was really
she's cute.
interesting because there's like, I want to say 5 different greens in this little thing. And I was like, wow. And so, but I think
they are
uh,
very small.
they're very small because this is 25 count.
Mhm.
So they're
They're
small.
very doable.
And they're, yeah. I mean, I had her stitched probably, I think I had her stitched in a day and a half. I think
Yeah.
the half day was just kind of the finishing touches and stuff and that. But honestly, oh my gosh, that green for her dress.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Oh my gosh, the variegation in the green would be so pretty. But I just loved her little like
Mhm.
red rustic hair and everything, and I really cute. I just love her littles that she does.
Yeah,
So
they're
cute.
fun.
I love them. I always can't wait till the next one comes out to see what she comes out with next.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
but so yeah, I think that's it for my cross stitch.
The cross stitching. Cool.
Yeah.
So we have some fun quilting things to share.
Yes.
We stocked some quilting notions, some of our favorite things that we wanted to talk to you guys about, especially if you're like new to quilting. Some of these things, these are like staples for us that we use daily when we quilt. And I don't quilt very much anymore, but this one ruler.
Oh, it is
I
my
actually
favorite ruler of all time.
I am constantly taking the ruler from the sewing room to bring in here because I'm constantly using this. Like I use this almost daily.
Yeah.
And I
have
anyway,
two.
This is the Olfa 6x12 frosted ruler.
It is so
and
nice.
If you're just like getting into quilting and want to like you're wanting to buy supplies that you know you'll use, I can't recommend this one enough.
Mm-hmm.
We're constantly
That's all I cut with,
and I think Katie agrees. Like this is it.
Yeah.
Because it's great for cutting smaller pieces, and it has a frost on it that it just makes it easier.
And the frost, it don't grip the fabric, but it does
Yeah.
a little bit, so it's not sliding as much, and easy to read
on the dark and light fabrics because of the frost.
Yeah, I love them.
So 10 out of 10 recommend. If you're not a quilter but you like doing your cross stitch finishing with fabric,
I still use it.
I use this every single time.
Yep.
If I don't have this, I'm panicking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I do too.
So
I've dropped mine so many times, like a couple of my corners are really hammered, and so like I have two of them. I have because
I
I'll tell the
probably
girls
at home have 3
because I have concrete floors, or a lot of people around these areas in these parts have either
like the tile,
the concrete and stuff, because it gets so hot here and everything. And so when I drop something, it's done.
Okay, and then these other two.
This is another one. We were gifted one of these years ago.
Years ago, we were gifted one, and it is in my toolbox, and I will tell you why. This line right here is a 1/4 inch line mark, so when you're trimming...
I'm going to stand up so you guys can see. See, it has a 1/4 inch line right here. It's a dotted 1/4 inch line. And go ahead, sis.
When you're doing like your half square triangles or just trimming your 1/4 inch, this is fantastic. This is a staple, and they have a smaller size too.
They have a little mini-me.
If you were to want to just try one, I would do the larger size first and see how you like it.
I between this one and that other one,
these are the most used.
These are my most used rulers. I wear these out the most, and I do have the little mini-me, and I will use them if I'm doing like small half square triangles or with like smaller blocks and stuff. But them are my go-to rulers every day that I quilt and sew.
Now we need to talk about scissors. It is, in my opinion, to spend the money on a good scissor. It'll change your life. And these scissors, I introduced them to my sisters and mom last year for our girls' weekend. I gave everyone a pair for their cross-stitching bags. But I have one sitting at my desk, you guys. I keep one of these at my desk, and to trim your threads when you're quilting. So these are the Karen K. Buckley Perfect Scissors. These are sharp. In fact, I'm going to tell you a little story. My son, I have my scissors, and he couldn't find scissors. He needed to open something. He grabbed my really nice scissors.
Off with your head.
And he cut his finger. And it was, so they are very, very sharp.
I do.
But that's why they're so good.
Yeah.
Like, they're super sharp.
Yeah.
it's
They are
awesome
good
to
scissors.
invest in a good pair of scissors.
And then just hide them from people that live in your home.
I know. I'm like, you did what with my scissors?
Oh man, there's so many times that my kids would ruin my scissors, and I just like, I'm gonna get you.
Yes. I mean, when you need a pair of scissors, you know.
You need a pair of scissors. But
Yes, and it has a protected, like
case.
a lid here
Mhm.
for your thing, but and they're rubber, so they have a good grip. 10 out of 10 recommend.
Yep.
And then this is something Mom uses a
Oh,
lot.
I use these a lot. I use the Lori Holt little sticker tabs, and I use them more for when I'm cutting the kits out for the girls, and then I'll use them if Lindsay does a pattern that has a huge amount of pieces. And then I'll use them. But if I'm using them for like, I don't use them if it's like really simple and there's not that many, but they come with like
there's a lot in there.
Like there's 5 different colors and there's a lot. I mean, you know, so these are nice to have.
And we've started stocking patterns from other quilt designers, which is exciting.
Oh, cute.
So we have some really fun ones to share.
So this one,
and we're hoping to update,
this
you
is
know, our
Peaches.
quilt patterns, like
This is
bring
really
in more,
cute. How cute
especially
is
in
that?
the new store. We're trying to
Oh yeah, these
have
are
lots
the
of
Lori
options.
Holt. Yeah, these are really cute. I like these. Really cute. Oh, this is cute. Look at that.
I love that butterfly one.
Yes. I love a good butterfly. Oh. How cute is he? Oh my gosh. That is really cute. This is a 40 by 40, so this is like a little wall hanging or topper.
This one's a Corey Yoder.
Oh my gosh, look how cute that is. Again, this is probably just a little topper. It's 29 by 29.
And this one is a Corey
Oh,
Yoder.
this almost looks like the one that I did, but different. This is 82 by 82. This is a big one.
Yeah.
This is a commitment and a project right here, people.
Yes.
But it would be beautiful.
And then we have this fun Tea for Two by Fig Tree.
Oh my gosh, how cute. And this one here is 38 by 40, so them are small. Them little cups would be small.
We have Christmas Tree.
We have made this, I made this a few years ago, and it was actually really fun to make. And though you probably can't get that fabric anymore, but I mean, you could make that in any.
It's super scrappy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and then these little ones. I love these little ones. These are just little ones. They're like 31 by 31, 33 by 33. So these are just small and fun. Just nice little toppers.
Yes.
Actually really fun.
Yes.
But yeah, I know the girls, I've been working on a couple of other people's quilts. And so in the next couple months or so, we'll be showing them and offering them, I'm sure. But we want to have them to hang in the shop and to offer people here also. And so I've had really a lot of fun. Like the other day I cut one out, and I won't tell you what it is, but I love cutting stuff out. It makes my brain work. I'm just like, you know, I got to keep my brain active and make it work. And I actually just love cutting it out. It was fun. So.
And we have a couple of
bundles.
One more thing.
I wanted to show you guys. So when me and Katie went to the little shop down in Boulder City, Patty, Jess's mom, the 2 ladies there, she showed us this really fun little gadget, and maybe some of you guys know it, but it is, so when we do our bindings and everything, some people are like, oh, this is so tedious, but they come in different sizes. Like this is a 2.5 because I'm a 2.5 inch binder person, but you can screw it onto your table, and then you cut your binding and you thread it through here, and it pre-folds it, so when you're ironing it, it holds it, and so then you just pull and iron it, and it's like, it's supposed to be real snazzy. I'm gonna test it out today because I brought a bunch of binding that I need to get ironed and ready to be put on some quilts and
Yes.
projects. And so I am going to be testing this out today and see. So, and again, I know that they come in different sizes. This one is the 2.5, and I think they come in like the 2 3/4
and
or
some
something.
maybe 2 1/4.
Yeah, 2 1/4.
I do all of my binding and my patterns at 2.5 inch.
I like the 2.5, and especially I feel like it's enough fabric if you put flannel on your back, and it's a little tight if you put minky, but it's doable. But it's a good comfortable size.
I prefer the 2.5.
Yeah, I do too.
But I do know if you go a little smaller, you get a tighter binding, and some people like that. So, but they, like she said, they have different sizes. So, but we did the 2.5 because all of our patterns we call for 2.5 inch strips. But
yeah, so them are kind of the notions that we've kind of brought into the shop, and things that we use that we love.
Yes.
And so,
and we have some bundles to share that will be in our quilting newsletter. This one, Katie, if you can say the name of this.
Look how beautiful. And I have to say, if you guys are bird people, look at these birds.
You guys,
just love
can I just say, the older I get, the more I love birds. Like actually real birds and seeing birds and bird watching.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't know I needed to look at birds, but it's like when you see a cool bird, you're like, oh my gosh, look at that bird.
There's a gal, and I apologize if I don't remember what her name is, but on my Facebook, and I think she follows me or whatever, but she will post, and she's in a wintry wonderland, and she has a bird feeder outside her window, and these beautiful, like, cardinals and stuff come up. Well, one day she had I'm going to call it a bluebird. I called it a bluebird. Well, everybody corrected me. That's a blue jay.
Oh.
I was like, oh, sorry. But oh my gosh, so beautiful. But look how beautiful this fabric is. I absolutely love that one. And then we have this piece here.
Like, is it a sign you're getting older that you enjoy birds?
Yes. I mean, you know, and they're so calming. I feel like they're so calming to watch.
So, fun fact, you can go on YouTube and look up real bird ambience, and like there's real like
look at that.
people who record birds for you to just listen to. And there's something about listening to birds that is like therapy.
I want to know.
I put it on Saturday mornings. I'm literally getting old, you guys.
Is this a blue bird or a blue jay?
Oh.
I mean, there's a
this
blue bird.
This is adorable.
But this fabric is so pretty.
The line is Melody by Beverly McCullough for Riley Blake.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Absolutely beautiful fabric.
Katie said the bird watching phase creeps up on you.
Yeah. I love it. And you know, we've always had like bird feeders. My mom had bird feeders. I mean, my dad always had a bird feeder. And then like
Grandma always had the bird feeder out that one window.
Yeah, when my dad passed away, she couldn't go out and feel it herself. And then she'd always ask either us or the grandkids, will you fill my bird feeder? Well, one time she asked my grandson, will you build a little prop thing that sits outside my window, my kitchen window? So he did, and she had a cat. And so he built this little tray thing that so she could open up her kitchen window and she could throw the bird seed out on this thing. And then her cat and her would sit there and watch these birds. And it was so funny. I just loved it. But anyway.
I do remember that fancy bird feeder she had.
Well, and here so up where I live, I tried to see if I could get one, but John says that they don't allow them up where we are because it attracts the wild animals.
Oh, interesting.
And stuff. And so they don't really allow it up where I am. And it makes me sad because, oh my gosh.
We have, you know, road runners here. And I don't know if you guys have seen a real road runner before, like the cartoon. It's nothing like the cartoon. And so when you happen to see a real road runner, you're
it's
like,
so fun. I love them.
That's a road runner? And they're just so delightful.
Oh my gosh.
They're so cute.
And we had one a couple of years ago that would sit in our little garage window. and he was like a
Aw.
baby. And every
Aw.
morning he would be all cuddled up in this window and just, I mean, we watched him for
I love it.
months. And then he disappeared and we
Oh,
haven't
he
had
grew
him.
up.
He must have grew up
He
and
grew
flew
up
away.
and flew away from the
But
nest.
we've got a big fat daddy one that's been roaming around the yard. And so we watch it all the time.
I like the comments already disappeared, but someone said that I'm not getting old. I'm just slowing down to enjoy things, and
Right.
100%
I think so.
true. Like, when's the last time you just sat outside to listen?
Yep.
I have a porch swing, and we're finally getting warm enough that I can sit out there and enjoy it. And
Yeah.
I just sit out there and listen to the birds, and the people that live on the other side, they actually have chickens, and there's one that is a hoot, and I will like kind of make noises, so he'll make noises. But
Oh
no,
my gosh.
I love it. And if I had to pick my favorite bird, it would be a hummingbird.
Yes. That's grandma.
There's something magical about hummingbirds.
Yeah, they are.
They really are.
My grandma, that was her favorite thing, and so yeah, I like to collect little hummingbird things. Another fabric bundle that the girls are listing,
is
and so
Sunshine.
cute. Look at this.
This is Shine by Sweetwater, and you guys know how much we love Sweetwater around here. I
So
pretty much
pretty.
anytime they do a line, I'm ordering it because
Look at the chicks.
they're so simple but cute.
Yeah,
It's
and I love the small checks. Or there's two that goes with the line.
Yes.
I love how small and
This
checks.
is a great spring bundle, and the yellow
Look.
is a buttery orangey yellow, and it's so beautiful.
And I love the little hearts and
Yes.
everything. And then a different colorway for the chicks. This will be in the newsletter tomorrow, in the quilting newsletter.
Yes.
So hold on to your
design.
shorts. I bet it will go fast.
Yes.
So
yes, this line
these-
was just really fun.
Oh
In
my
fact,
gosh.
speaking of the line, we wanted to say we restocked Henny
Oh.
Penny.
Yeah, because this is the line that we did
Yes,
this in.
this is the same line, so super cute. We restocked this kit, so if you saw that it was sold out,
Yeah.
we had the ladies cut more, so
So
we
cute.
have more of those.
So pretty.
And I love this, and I just have to say, her cute little thing has a heart in there.
Yeah.
I just love.
She's
Somebody
cute.
make a whole quilt with her, okay? Thank you for your
Oh my gosh.
cooperation. Just kidding.
You know, if I could just, I could sit there and say, if I could just sew all day and just keep making, but then I get tired, and of course I have to go in and cross stitch,
Yeah.
and not have to, but that's what my non-thinking brain does.
That's the rhythm of your day.
It is. I sew all morning, and about 3 o'clock I go in or I'll do things around the house, and then I go in and I stitch all evening and
So I was being teased the other day because I like routine in my life, and instead of saying routine, I was like, it's my rhythm.
Mhm.
This is my rhythm. This is how I move through life. This is the rhythm of my day.
It is. And
It is, and we all
get
have
a
those
rhythm.
rhythms, and
Oh, and when you mess up my rhythm and you
Yes.
ask me to do something out of my rhythm without having me notified several days before, I'm usually not a happy camper.
yeah, yes.
So anyway.
We also restocked the Ladybug
Oh.
runner, which is super fun for summertime coming and spring.
I
So-
actually had the first one we ever made of this. I had it, and I had it out on our back patio all summer.
Aw.
The first summer I was there, and then it was just so pretty and so fun to be able to entertain and do stuff with that.
With that
And
on
it was
there.
just so cute to have outside on the patio and stuff. It was really fun. So, and then the other thing that's going to be in the newsletter.
So next
is-
week is Free Pattern Friday. So the Callie & Co. is what we're using.
Look at that. So you get
So-
a charm pack with all these lovelies.
Yes. Yes.
And then this is that line, right?
yeah, same
So
line.
it's the same line as what the cross stitch, but so you get a charm pack, and then there's 2 other pieces that will go with that charm pack, and then of course the white and the backing. and
Yes.
You guys, it's
fun.
really cute. I'm gonna quilt it today.
Perfect for spring and summer.
I'm quilting it today, and it's gonna be beautiful. So,
Yes.
but
What else do we need to show?
Did you restock this?
Oh, we have
Sorry,
these still in stock. This is our springtime
Yes.
table runner.
Isn't that cute?
Yes.
This is so fun.
It's so fun for spring.
And it whipped up really fast. Had so much fun doing it. And
Yes.
yeah, I just really enjoyed doing this little guy. So.
Okay. So I wanted to share, I was like doing some interesting looking at historical cross stitching and just some interesting facts about the history of cross stitch.
Oh.
And I thought we could share a few and have a little conversation. And I didn't know this, but it makes sense. The earliest known cross stitch examples date back to ancient Egypt and China. They have been found in tombs and archaeological sites.
Oh, wow.
So, which it makes sense because we know they embroidered their clothing and things like
and
that.
beaded
but
like the
it still makes me wonder, like, did they cross stitch and like, was it all in hand? Did they use a device like a stand? Like, what did they do? But this is the one I wanted to talk about because I feel like crossed in World War I and World War II. Cross stitch was used as a therapeutic activity for soldiers recovering from injuries in both world wars.
Wow.
Embroidery kits were provided in the convalescent hospitals to help with mental well-being and dexterity. And so that
makes a lot of sense.
That brought me to like why we cross stitch today. And there's so many benefits of cross stitching and quilting and doing things with your hands. And so what I found interesting, some of the physical benefits, and I know we've talked about this a lot, but it really is good for your health. Like, it really is. And I thought this was interesting. It can relieve chronic pain in the fact that it's called pain distraction therapy. So like if you're dealing with chronic pain and picking up cross stitch to distract your mind from whatever pain you're hurting, and it's also for mental health. So they say it's like an act of meditation because you're having to focus on one thing. And I don't know about you guys, but I think it's just fantastic. And I feel like our ancestors did it and we're doing it today. And obviously they did it, you know, they put embroidery and decorative stitching on everything, you know, and
their hankies, their everything.
And it was so beautiful. And I've been wanting to kind of go into that and do some embroidery on like my clothes. Like we're seeing a surgence in clothing that has quilting on it,
shoes, and
embroidery and shoes. And I just think it's so fantastic. And I want to hear what you guys think, or like how has it improved your well-being, whether you're a quilter or a cross stitcher. I just think we live in a time where we're constantly on the move, on the go, on screens. Like we're on a screen right now, but hopefully you're cross stitching or quilting while you're watching us. And I think it's a great way for us to slow down, be in the moment, and do something that makes our heart happy. And I just have to say, my life has changed, and I've talked about this before. My life has changed because of quilting. My life changed because of quilting first, because I had my last baby, and I think I had the postpartum depression after I had her. And my mom introduced me to quilting and her friend, and it changed the whole trajectory of my life.
She locked herself down in the basement, and this basement was like
haunted.
It was haunted.
It was haunted.
And I'm not lying. It was haunted.
Yes. So it is so healing, and it's so, and the plus that I feel like now is it's about community. And I want to share with you guys, like, that's why we do this is community. Like, we don't do it because it's a have to. Like, we love what we
Mm-mm.
do. We love cross stitching. I hope you guys love it as much as we do, and the quilting, because
Yeah.
it brings us together and we're stronger together as a community.
Yeah.
And I just want to reiterate, like, it's about community, not competition.
Yep.
And I love the fact that we get to share this, like,
Not only our stuff, but other designers' things, and
I love
and
sharing
everything.
the craft with you
Yeah,
guys. And I
yeah.
hope it has brought joy to you guys like it brings to us. It's so important in my
Yeah.
life. And
Yeah.
I hope that comes across to you guys in my designing and what we share here. And we're here to inspire, and we're here to leave the drama behind, and
Yeah.
to connect with you guys as a community. It's our mission. It's our mission
Yeah.
here at Primrose Cottage.
And I too feel like that it's brought our family closer together in different changes that we've had in our lives and stuff. But it always comes, and not only the business has brought us together, but it's the love of like sharing all the fun things that, you know, we do in design and everything. And,
yeah.
you know, and you get excited and you want other people to share in your excitement. And so when you guys post on our Facebook page of something you've made, and you know, and it don't matter, I feel like it don't matter if it's ours or somebody else's or anything. I love seeing it. I love seeing your guys' accomplishments and
Yeah.
what you do with everything, because that just inspires me to go, oh, I want to do that one.
Yes.
Or I want to do it this way. And so I totally agree with Lindsay. It's so good for your mental
Well, and
health.
it's such a beautiful craft, especially anything done hand, like if you're hand
Mhm.
quilting or cross stitching, you can take it with you. So if you are in a situation like with a loved one who's struggling in a hospital, who is in a care facility,
Or
it's
kids in
something,
sports.
or kids in sports, like it, you can take it with you anywhere, and it's so fabulous. And
Yep.
I can't just reiterate enough how it has changed my life, and I'm forever in so much gratitude. And I know we go through stages of when we're more into it than we're not. And one thing that I have realized, sorry, I am a single parent, and it is hard. And I notice when I am out of alignment with myself that I tend to push my creative things away. And in the last week, I have really realigned with myself and put in something inspiring in my ears and picked up my cross stitch again. And it has just brought me so much joy. And and I just want you guys to know, like, it's more than what you see here. It's so much more to each of you, I'm sure. And I'm so proud that we are in this community, and we can represent just this small little corner of happiness and inspiration.
I wanted to touch too is like when I was a little girl, I never felt like I had talent. My mom was so full of talent, and anything she did was so incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, this woman could paint, she could toe paint, she could draw, she could quilt. I mean, she was so incredibly talented. And so, and not that she didn't try to like embrace me and help me, but then I had my older sister, and I felt like being small, I felt like she was the same way. She had the sewing, the art, the everything. And here I felt like I was this little girl that had no talent or anything. And I would beg to do something or try something. And, you know, looking back now, as I knew now I know I had talent. I mean, I learned how to crochet. I learned how to do embroidery and do all that. And so I guess what I want to say is embrace your children.
And it's not about competition.
No. And embrace your grandchildren. I mean, I will always forever think of my grandma when she taught me how to crochet, and I was left-handed, and no one could teach me how to crochet. And finally she goes, "You just put that hook in your right hand and you will know what to do." And so just embrace your grandchildren and your children, and or your neighbor, your little girl neighbor, or anybody that wants to sit and learn something, an art that has been around for eons of years.
That has literally been around forever, and it's so beautiful to go back to our roots of doing things like this that bring us joy. And I think it's so important. It is, because we tend to get caught up in
life,
and that's okay. It's okay, but like, it's something to come back to.
Yes.
And that's a lesson that I personally have learned, and just I'm constantly learning it. It's a constant learning, and I've recognized that many times in my life, that it's always here for me.
Yeah.
And I want you guys to know that it's always here for you too, and it's something we can always go back to. If you're in a rut, or if you're struggling to pick up your needle, just pick it up and see what happens, even if it's for 10 minutes. So I love sharing what we do with you guys, and I appreciate, we as a team here, our employees, we appreciate all of you so much, and what you bring to us, and the enrichment we feel in our lives because of you. And we're even more excited because in our local community, this is what we want to bring forth, is this as well. So
people are so excited. They keep coming up to our doors wanting to know when we're going to open. And because there is not a stitching, I mean, there are some quilt shops here, but we do not have a stitching store in our community. And so we are so excited to bring this to St. George and celebrate this wonderful craft. And so exciting for everybody here.
So thank you for bringing joy to our life.
Yes.
And I forgot to pick
we didn't forget.
We couldn't remember what we gave away, and Mom was going through the whole show.
I was trying to figure out what we said, and then
so we'll make sure to pick winners next week. For this week,
so we'll take care of that. So what are you doing this weekend?
Oh, this weekend.
Do you have your kids?
I do have my kids this week, and I'm taking Charlie to get a haircut.
Oh. Oh, and he has the most thickest, he's a Brillo head.
Oh, man. He has such thick hair.
I love his hair.
That's really what's on my docket. This is other exciting news, is I'm buying my first home by myself, and I'm going house looking. It actually starts today.
I'm so excited for her.
You guys, I'm a real grown-up now. Like, I feel super grown-up. I got divorced 2 years ago, and it's been a step that I've been like, I've been scared to take this step of like going to buy a house. Like, it's just like this huge thing.
It's a big thing. Yeah.
It's a huge thing.
That's how I am. It's so scary.
And I'm like, what do I want? I don't know. I told her,
I said, okay, make your pros and cons, because she's been living in a townhome.
I've been living in it, and it's served me well, and my little family well. My non-negotiable is a bathtub. I am a bath taker. That is how I decompress at night. It is something I do every single night.
Since she's been...
I've done it since I was very small. And I'm like... That is my only non-negotiable, is I need to have a decent bathtub in my bathroom. So I'm nervous and excited and a little fearful, because it's like a huge step. So that's what I'm doing
for her. She was sending me links last night, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's beautiful. But look at that. And so that's why I says, make your list of what you have liked in a townhome, because if you know anything about St. George, we have a ton of townhomes here and stuff. But they also have beautiful, beautiful homes here. And
it's such a beautiful place to live.
And then, she was showing me ones from clear across town. And I says, sister, you have lived under these red mountains for
Yes.
8 years. I says, I myself,
Yes.
and if I ever buy a home, or whatever, because I live with John under these red mountains, and I love them. They are like arms around you. And they're
So
so
it's
beautiful.
funny, both my mortgage people and my realtor said it to me in different conversations that if people who move here and they move up in our area where the red mountains are, they will not move outside of the area.
There is a lot for sale behind us.
But and one, he said it's like a magnet. You can't.
It is.
And it is, because like I was looking, like my mom said, I was looking across town, and it just it doesn't call to me.
It's beautiful over there.
It is.
It's just as beautiful. But you can see the red mountains from that over there. But to sit there and be right next to these red mountains and not
it's
even
like therapy for me.
And not even 5 minutes to go for a walk around them.
And that's important to me because in my healing journey, nature has been so important to me, and the red rock and hiking and being outside.
So I told her no.
So
Mama knows best.
there's only one house I'm looking at that isn't over by where I am so far. But I have a feeling it's a magnet. It's a magnet. Like I've been in that area for 8 years, and it's like
it's really expensive up where we live.
It is, and that's the biggest thing. It's you pay for the area, but you have to decide what's important to you. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. What are you doing?
I'm in charge of taking Sawyer to meet his other grandparents, which is on his dad's side. He hasn't seen anybody on that, or at least that his grandpa and his wife and even his stepmom and everything since his dad passed away last May. And so it's his spring break. And so with Emmy being gone, I told her that I would be more than happy to go do the child transfer. So we're gonna, me and John are gonna take a ride Saturday and go meet his grandpa and drop him off so he can have some time with them, and then we'll just come back. So it's just kind of like an easy keel, weekend. So it will be nice.
Very nice.
So we're getting all rested, so when the girls come back, we can hit it hard and get all these orders out.
Yes. So that's what we're doing. I would love to see in the comments how quilting and cross stitching has improved your life, changed your life.
When you started it, what age were you?
Let's uplift the community with positivity and
show us
light.
And even on our Facebook page or wherever, maybe show us your prize project that you guys did,
or something that has a lot of meaning,
or that you guys absolutely love and poured your heart into, and a project that, we all have those. I have.
Let's bring more love and inspiration into the world with what we do, because I know we can. So we love you guys, and we love that we get to spend time with you. We hope you have a beautiful weekend. Stay safe and do what you love.
Do what you love. We love you guys.
All right. See you next time.
See ya. Bye, guys.
You get to push the X.